I wanted to share something that happened to me tonight. So it was very recently to open up this beautiful gathering. I had a call with somebody, or actually I was communicating with somebody, and it brought up a lot of frustration. And I understand, because of where I'm at in my life now, that whenever I feel frustration or anger or jealousy or any of those emotions, it's never because of that situation. It is always because that situation is reminding me of something that happened in the past that was painful. So I understood that this individual wasn't necessarily the cause of the um, of the frustration. They were just helping me to acknowledge it and be able to release it. And because I knew I was going to be on a call tonight, and this was maybe an hour ago, I knew that I had to shift my energy. I knew I had to change my emotions if I was going to be clear for this call. So the first thing I did was I came up with a thought that soothed that energy, so it was no longer, oh, hold on one moment, so that it was no longer in my field directly. And once I thought of something just a little bit lighter, I had this inspiration that I'm going to go to a drive-thru and I'm going to order a drink. It's a small drink. I wasn't even interested in the drink. I just felt that somebody there needed to connect with me, and I was going to drive away feeling better. Well, so much more than I expected. After I ordered my drink, they were both laughing and smiling, and it was her first or second day on the job, and she was just absolutely happy, almost in tears. And the person who was training her, she also was smiling and said, "I remember you and your little boy from before." So we had already made a name or an image for ourselves. Then it came time for the tip. Now, it used to be that I resisted tips. And then it got to the point where I knew that it was important to them. And then it got to the point where I said, "Hey, universe, you guide me. This is your money. I'm just holding it for you. Where do you want it to go?" So I felt in to what the tip would be for a drink that was $5.25. And my intuition, or higher guidance, said $33.33. So I typed that in. Now, keep in mind, this person, it's her first or second day on the job, and she's really new. She's being trained how to put the drinks in and everything. And here comes the tip. And she's received tips before. She did not know what to do. She looked at the person who was training her and said, "What do I do? I don't know what to push." Now, if it would have been a $2 or $3 tip, she would have just put "apply now." But because it was $33.33, her brain couldn't even comprehend what that meant. She kept asking, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?" And I kept saying, "Yes, this is what Spirit is asking me to do." So why am I sharing this with you? It's because our brain can only comprehend what it's practiced. So I know this person didn't wake up in the morning saying, "Hey, God," or "Hey, universe, I would really love a very large tip that will fry my brain, expand my consciousness, and completely shock me." She may have said, "I'd really like to have a great day at work," and that's okay. So how's this helping you with your Enagic business? Well, in many ways, you might be looking for that next sale. You might have even been successful in the past and reached a certain rank in your company. But if you haven't mentally practiced a situation that you already have experienced in your life, you may come to a shock. Your system may short circuit, and you may not know what to do. And when that happens, you're not thinking rationally. You're not in your heart. You're completely in survival mode, which means it's not the time to relax. It's not the time to appreciate life. It's not the time to just settle and breathe. all of the energy is moving to the extremities for fight, flight, or freeze. You're going to fight your way out. You're going to freeze and shrink your energy and be very weak in that moment. Or you're going to run away. The only thing you will do is practice old habits when this happens. So what does this mean? If you're somebody that is a 2A in the rank for Enagic, and you're looking to be 6A, it is a shock to your subconscious mind to imagine yourself there the next day. But if you mentally rehearsed and you felt the feelings of being a fully qualified, happy, joyous 6A and beyond, then when it happens, it won't be a shock. You won't be in survival mode. You will simply accept it as the next step on your journey. Now, let's say you're just beginning your Enagic business. And let's say you haven't been successful at all, not one single sale yourself. You may have people in your team, in your business, because of other people, but not from you personally. Or it hasn't been for 6-8 months. Well, then there's a great chance there's two things happening. One, you're repeating old thought patterns. And that's okay, because now you're aware of it. And two, you're simply not practicing anything new. So how do we change that? Well, it's going to be different for each person. But here's one way I could recommend it. When you go to bed in the evening and you're laying down and you're resting and you're in that drowsy state where you're not quite asleep, but you're pretty close to it, or in the morning time, or any time that you're in that in and out of consciousness or sleep state, that is when you relax. Find something to feel grateful for. A person, a place, a thing, a memory, a vision, a dream. And then feel gratitude for that next sale. The next person that shows up on your path that is your perfect, ideal relationship and sale. They may or may not ever become the leader in Enagic. They may or may not ever build a team. That is not what you truly desire in your heart. What you really desire is to add value to their life and to add quality of life to their family, their loved ones, as they see fit. You're not there to convince them. You're not there to push them to talk to everybody they know and talk to the people in the grocery store who's picking up a lemon and say, oh, by the way, I have something that can change your life because you have cancer or because you're looking for better health. That's not what it's about. You go skydiving because that little child inside of you wants to go skydiving. And in that process, you meet an instructor who's talking about, man, if I could only find a way to get better water to these people, I would feel better. If I could only find a different way to help this group in Africa, or if I could only find a different way to help this person with this health issue. People will talk about what they're searching for if we listen. We must listen from our heart. So in that quiet space, you might be open enough without the resistance and the fear and the limiting beliefs to just simply say, thank you. Thank you for that next sale. Thank you for letting it be easy and fun and almost effortless, maybe even no effort at all, except for answering a phone call or going out to the movies with your friends because they invited you. It felt really exciting, and all of a sudden, it naturally came up in conversation. The new way of building a business with network marketing, affiliate marketing, or any type of sales, it's not about convincing people. It's not about showing them that this is better than that. It's about educating. It's about sharing, but not sharing with every single person you meet. You share when the energies and the feelings are perfectly aligned. As an example, my fiance, this is actually her business, her team, her vision. I'm just here sharing this with the world. And in her experience, she has a brother who is athletic, who is experiencing discomfort and pain, and could completely benefit from Enagic products and the Kangen water and the Kangen machine and maybe even the Ukon. And see, I did not feel inspired to share it with him. She and her mother did. And they said, hey, you got to drink this water. And he wasn't ready. He didn't ask for it. He wasn't open. They weren't inspired to. They pushed it on him, and he rejected it. Then, weeks later, I'm having a conversation with him just before he leaves for a few months, traveling, because that's what he does for his living. He works for 2 or 3 months out of the year, then he comes home and he rests and gets ready for the next training. So in this conversation, we're talking about him playing baseball as an athlete in high school. And he said, yeah, you know, I see my mom drinking the water, and I know my sister's drinking the water, and they say great things about it. I do have some tension in my bones or joints. Do you think that would help? And I said, well, it could. It has helped other people. This is what I can tell you. And then I mentioned a few of the benefits of the Kangen water. I didn't list 150 things. I listed only what he was ready to hear and what he asked for about bones, joints, ligaments, muscles. Didn't mention anything about the compensation or about the financial investment. Well, investment, yes, but I didn't mention anything about the financial vehicle, we'll call it. But I did say, he said, isn't it like $4,000 or $5,000? I said, sure. If you make one large payment, it could be this amount. If you get this device, you can get other machines, different prices, or you can get it at a reduced price and then make the monthly payments. But he also told me something in that statement. I have the money, but I'm showing you my fear, my limited beliefs, and my resistance towards price. So before he's ready to purchase this item, even if he has $10,000 right now in his pocket, he must be willing, in my team, in my fiance's team, he must be willing to be at peace with that money. He must be willing to accept that as the next part of his journey, naturally. Otherwise, we won't sell it to him. Unless he's really strongly asking for it, yes, we will definitely sell it to him. He has lessons to learn in other ways. But organically, if you have somebody who is interested in this machine, and anything comes up about money being an issue, then the first thing you may consider doing is acknowledge that fear, that resistance, that belief, and help soothe them to a more expansive mindset. Once that fear has been released, it will change their life in more than just this conversation with Enagic. You will have planted a seed that can be with them for the rest of their life and everybody they come in contact with. Who do you think they're going to come back to when they're ready to make that next move, when they want to learn more about it? It's going to go where they feel comfortable and safe. So here's my advice to you. Wherever you are in your Enagic business, however success or lack of success you're experiencing now, that brought you to this moment. Those of you who are doing the hard work, a lot of effort, a lot of conversations that feel heavy or just drains your energy, there's an easier way. First, you be in that space from your heart and be in that space of clarity. Is this what you really desire? And then let the universe show you the easiest, fastest, most enjoyable way for that next sale, the next 100 sales, and beyond.
Can you see me, hear me?
Yes, definitely can. And let me just make sure. This is Will Wilson. So,
Yeah.
Will, before you speak, I'm speaking to the millions of people around the world who at any given moment can hear Will's thoughts right now. This is a very, very beautiful soul who has opened up his heart, his mind, and his consciousness to add value to your life. Whether you're one person or 1,000 people, now you know who he is, how to find him, and just keep finding the signal that he sends out. And trust me when I tell you, it will add value to your life. That whether you purchase the product or not is beside the point. You both will benefit mutually and tremendously. Now, Will, yes.
Well, this is my first time hearing you speak, and I guess I just wanted to tune in and just say thank you. I want to come from a place of gratitude, and just say thank you for adding extreme level of value to us as human beings. Not even just in this business aside, just here as people and being able to listen and understand. And you're reflecting that. And I really just want to say thank you. Coming out from Connecticut, I'm with the Team Alkaline CT guys. And I know our family out here, all our guys and gals and everybody in the group is working really hard to understand this very aspect of what you're preaching in this very moment in terms of just creating value and trying to understand other people before we just go full in on a sale, and because it's more than that. So that's really just it. I've heard a lot of people speak before in my life, but very few times. I mean, this resonates. You resonate in such a very fine way. So I just want to say thank you again from the bottom of my heart for giving us this time and this opportunity. And yeah, thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Anybody else feel inspired to communicate?
Yes, I'll share.
Okay, this is Leroy. Is it Derricott?
Yes.
Derricott. Leroy Derricott. Leroy. Very, very powerful being. Very strong. Extremely genuine. And is ready to break through like a little, what do they call it? I almost see you like a dragon breaking out of their shell. Like a little baby dragon ready to lift their wings, and this fire is not intimidating. It is basically blazing the path for people to run towards their dreams.
Wow. That is amazing, man. Thank you for that, man. Thank you. I just want to share a little bit of a little bit of success story that I got going on here. The last time we talked, it was me, you, Andre, and Jerome. We're all talking, and lo and behold, I end up going to one of my buddy's house who wanted more information on the water, and me and Andre met up with him. And Andre took a picture of a street name that said Jerome. That was crazy. So he took a picture of the street name. He came over, and we talked. I didn't make a sale, but the vibe was great. We had a great conversation, and like you said, we didn't throw up on him all this information. We told him what he, the questions. We answered his questions. So I'm like, man, okay, and no lie, me and Andre were like, man, Joshua, he's freaking awesome. We're gonna fucking do, we're gonna do it and this and that. And then last night, out of the blue, another buddy of mine calls me. I made a sale. I made a sale last night. Amazing. And I remember you were telling.
I'm gonna ask you, how much effort did it take for you to attract that sale?
Nothing. No effort whatsoever.
You had to answer the phone. You had to help fill out a few papers.
Yep.
But did you have to do anything out of your own path? Did you have to go out of your way, or did it come to you?
It came to me. It honestly came to me. He actually hit me up on Instagram.
Now, are you the person that I mentioned about traveling or going on vacation?
No, I don't believe so.
Somebody talked about Dubai. That wasn't you?
No.
So I just want to share really quick. It may have been that conversation or another that I was speaking with the other team before it became Enagic Rising, and it was mentioned, something came through me and mentioned that this person might go to Dubai or have somebody there or something, and it was either that night or the next morning. Well, the call was at night. So that next day, I was watching a movie or a TV show that was naturally part of my journey, and they mentioned a business in Dubai. And I don't really remember the last time I had that experience. So what does that mean? That means that when we put our attention to anything, we're calling that energy to us. So when I had a conversation about Dubai with the team, the universe didn't hear, hey, this is for this specific person. It took the energy of everybody saying they're focusing on Dubai. When I have a conversation with anybody, even about bunnies and carrots, I'm going to see a sign very, very quickly about that, which now I might see a bunny or a carrot. The point is, it doesn't take a lot of effort, but it does take effort into letting go of the old story and start practicing a new one. And then honoring where our current moment is, but not accepting that's where we really are. That is just a collection of the old thoughts. So for Leroy, one of the things that I've mentioned in at least 2 of the calls, I think this might be the 4th official one, but in 2 of the sessions or gatherings that we've had was this. If somebody says no, we celebrate it because we didn't have to sell to that one individual. We were communicating and adding value to them, but they were a megaphone to everybody else in the world who could pick up a signal at that exact moment. So we were speaking to everybody. So Leroy, you might have said, well, we went here, we did this, we did that, but this other person picked up the signal and said, I'll jump on board now. But they may not have picked up the signal if you didn't have that conversation.
Absolutely right. Wow. I didn't look at it that way, man. That's why I like the calls and stuff, man. You're amazing. Oh, my God.
So now we're going to give Leroy a beautiful tree and plant a seed on this call live. Now, again, for those who are more advanced level, instead of looking at time as past, present, future, whoever's watching this video, it's all happening right now. So Leroy just had a sale. If this person in their heart wishes to create a team, a business, an organization in Enagic, then every single time that Leroy thinks of this person, every single time that he sends this person joy, happiness, love, whatever the great feelings are, he's adding momentum to this person's life in Enagic business. Now, Leroy, you might say, every time I have a new sale, everyone in my team also grows. Now, that is more of an individual thing, because some people resonate with that, some people don't. Some people are closer to believing that than others. But thank you for sharing that, because that shows just how easy, fun, and almost no effort at all. And every single person that joins your team could be that amazing. Now, just like an Olympian, sometimes it's going to take a lot of work and energy and effort. But an Olympian does it because of the journey, not always just to be on stage getting a medal. So then for you, Leroy, as you send gratitude for that last sale, you're telling the universe, thank you for the sale. You're also saying thank you for the next sale.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right.
So thank you. And I've noticed that most of the time in my gatherings with Enagic Rising, most people are smiling. Most people feel like their energies are expanding. That's what this is all about. Because before this call, part of my frustration was, is this going anywhere? If all I ever have are 2 to 5 people that can really receive the way that you are, apply it, see results, and just really send that signal out into the universe, then you are helping me communicate this to billions of people. Because this is not necessarily just for my team. The intentions of Enagic Rising is to reach from you all the way down to the last person, we'll say, every single person related to Enagic, from the company's founder, owner, president, their whole team, all the way down to the so-called lowest level. Enagic Rising is about shifting the vibrations of everything that this beautiful soul has a vision for humanity with these products and these services. That's why I'm doing this. You three are helping me to share this and to get more people to align, whether they ever watch these videos or not. The important thing is I have at least a few people to communicate with, because if I'm on it just myself, it's not received. There must be somebody or a few people to receive this and bring this out of me, and then I'll keep showing up.
Well, you can count me in, man. I'm here. I am here, man.
So, with that, I saw at some point Michelle left and returned. Michelle, I'm offering you, would you like to now share what you're feeling, or how can I assist you with your Enagic business? And again, everybody's going to benefit who watches this or not, because we're all in this together as one big Enagic family, which is what it's meant to be.
Sure. So I just wanted to follow up from the beginning. Every time I think about these calls and about Enagic, I think about you saying, don't be asking for the sales, be saying thank you for the sales. And so I really tried that over the last few weeks. And one specifically because I've taken care, I work in the medical field, I'm a nurse and a respiratory therapist. And so one of my things is I absolutely hate cancer, hate it. And so I'm led towards, if I know somebody has cancer, my first thought is they need the water, desperately, they need the water. So I try to find a way to talk to them, friend them, whatever, without promoting that it cures cancer, anything like that. I just, like, hey, you really need to try this water. So I start delivering them water. One specific lady, she's, over the last 5 years, I've taken care of her through many different things. And I've been sharing the water with her for the last 2 months because she informed me that she was diagnosed with lung cancer. So even more so, I gave her the book, Killing Cancer, Not People. She read a little bit of it, and then last week she bought a SD 501 single pay, and also not only her sale, but I've had 4 more sales with that. So I had 5 sales on Monday of last week, and not only that, it bumped me.
Oh, it bumped her off? Let's see, she comes back. It bumped her. Literally.
Sorry, I'm not sure why it keeps kicking me off. It's so weird. So anyway, it bumped me from a 2A up to a 3A.
Okay. Michelle, I'm going to ask you first. You had 5 sales this last week, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you've
all
been on three of my calls.
Yeah.
3 or 4. How many sales have you had the entire 2020 before this month?
I have 13 total. Since April is when I started actively promoting.
So 13 before these 5, or 13 including these 5?
13 including these 5.
Okay, so let's just get this into perspective really quick. April to November, 8 sales.
Mm-hmm.
December, 1 week or 1 day, or however that looks, we'll save in 1 week,
Mm-hmm.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Are we starting to see something? And I'm speaking to everybody with
Yeah.
universe. I desire to create, to expand, to build my Enagic business and team with the focus of assisting people that have cancer, cancerous cells, whatever it is. And I'm not looking at this as a bad thing or a wrong thing or a negative thing. I'm looking at this is where they are in their life. This is where they want to go. Let Enagic help that journey. Does that make sense? And it's tough speaking to nurses. It's tough speaking to people who are in the medical field because of what they see and what they experience and everything. However, those who understand the ascension process, those who understand we're moving from an old way of being, doing, and having to a new way. The new way, it's not about judging our bodies. It's not about judging ourselves or others for what we choose to experience. We're all here to learn. We're all here to grow. We're all here to expand. And through that, healing. Healing means returning to truth. So, Michelle, what if you say, I am a fully qualified 6A, 2-3, and beyond, because I have helped many, many people who were seeking to overcome their health issues. And then 10 or 20% of your income or your profits either start an organization or support an organization that you truly feel is helping the community with people that have cancer. Not just a charity because they say we're a cancer research department or whatever it is, but even if it's a different company that's bringing healthy water to a group in a foreign country. Something that truly resonates with your heart to say, thank you, universe, for this abundance I'm giving back to you, because that's how the cycle is. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you give from your heart, the more you receive. That and more. That and so much more. So then we look at cancer. Water holds memory. If you have the intentions for yourself and every cell, every machine that is sold through you and through your team, if you have the intentions that that water is vibrating love and gratitude and appreciation, guess what that's going to do to the cells of the body? So, Michelle, I know it keeps going in and out. Also, because when the vibrations are high, electronics go a little wonky. Thankfully, we're recording this, so you'll also be able to listen later. So, with that said, what I want to share is when I consume the water from the Kangen machine, any water, but especially when I have this water and I, both the machine and whatever I use, I always feel gratitude. I always feel appreciation and love. Even if I'm struggling, I'm in a lot of pain, I can hardly move, I'm experiencing a lot of heavy emotions, because water holds memory. And because I've reached a point where in my lowest moments, I still feel so much gratitude, love, and appreciation for this human experience, for the physical world. Because where I come from and where we all come from, we don't experience pain. We don't experience lack, no limitation, no separation. So here we get to play with it for a little bit. May you ask this question every time that it feels good to you, and see how it might shift even in a 3 or 4 day period. Why do I feel so good? That's it. Why do I feel so good? You don't have to answer it. Just keep asking. Why do I feel so good? Why do I feel so good right now? Why do I feel so good about my business? Why do I feel so good about my body? Why do I feel so good about my future? Why do I feel so good about where things are moving in the direction for the planet as a whole? Why do I feel so good as it is? Or why do I feel so good? Insert something that allows your heart to expand and open even more. The more you're in your heart and the more you expand into greater versions, the more you naturally attract abundance in every area of your life. So thank you for now.